Here we are at round 39.
Is this going to be an interesting round? Are we looking for a particular?
We're seeing some POVs be thrown. Nobody is actually scoring. We have somewhat interesting. Mechafish is down for patching on the Outlaw service right here. Absolutely nothing else really going on.
I see some availability problems for Crispy and Jima and one of their services, and a little bit on Zandra. But I think what's most interesting is what's not happening, maybe, right?
Yeah, so we see these POVs have been getting thrown, and throughout the game, a few of the teams throw POVs all the time, no matter what. We call these kind of chaff POVs. CSDS has a what we call the Swiss Army knife, and Rubius just had just like a generator that just kind of made noise.
Yeah, I mean, I've done this in CTS too. Like, as soon as I have an exploit or I know I'm getting close to having a successful exploit, I start just generating other traffic against that service.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if the only thing I send, is the exploit, it's too easy to see. And now in this case, we have lots of polls as well, but it's still a good idea to always kind of be sending stuff. It's definitely not a bad idea.
Yeah, but what we see not happening is Mayhem. They are one of the teams that has been throwing these chaff POVs from the beginning, and for the last several rounds, they haven't generated anything new. So it is somewhat interesting. The default behavior of Mayhem seems to have been throw something no matter what, even if you don't know how to exploit it.
Even if it won't work, yeah.
And that hasn't been happening. So we're gonna have to take a look and see what's going on with them. So here's the scoreboard at the end of round 39, and we can see, as we expected, Mayhem is still up in first place. They've still got a pretty substantial lead on Zandra. Mechafish and Zandra, they've been battling it out. The last few rounds, Mecha actually popped up to second for a couple of rounds, and then it kind of came back down to third. But they are just neck and neck here. I mean, separated by 300 points. I mean, that's like
easily
one
to
challenge.
happen in one round. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Literally one challenge could do it.
Yeah. So the other thing that's interesting about the end of round 39 here is, this is the point at which the game became viable. There was a predetermined number of rounds that DARPA decided, if we don't get this far, then the game doesn't happen. We're not going to award prize money because we didn't make it happen. So this was a huge deal. We actually made it happen. I mean, everyone's clapping behind the scenes, and the dev team's very excited that their part of everything held up, and I'm sure all the teams are very excited that their CRSs actually played the game. So this was a huge accomplishment. Now the game is still going to go on for a while. The second criteria was we had a time. We wanted to run for 9 hours. So how many rounds can we get in successfully in 9 hours? And we're going to see that the game does go on from here.